Well, hello. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design. So happy to be here again. Oh, seems like I'm on a roll with 1 to 2 films a week, and I'm so stoked that you're back here to watch me again. So we are doing some trial and error on times. Though my days have not changed, where I usually do all my films on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The timing for our journals with me, as I noticed, on Thursdays are a little bit all over the board. I'm trying to find the best time where you guys seem to utilize and benefit the most from it. So sorry, we've had some 12 o'clocks, we've had some 9 o'clocks. So it'll be interesting next week as I finish off our project, whether I do it at 9 or 12. Yeah, so definitely keep an eye out for that. So last week we did my 2-page spread. We worked on something of this nature in those pages. And so today, due to that last week's journal with me, I am here to show off to you guys a new project. Last year I created a number of mini file folder mini projects. And as I did my Botanical mega kit, I went on an offshoot and created these cute little enveloped mini file folder sets. I did them in 5 different colors. One was vintage, like in creams, all the bright colors. This is green with purple. I did a purple with green, green with purple, a blue, a pink, a vintage, and I provided you the base pieces to create a number of cute little things. You could make a tag, you would make these flips, you have these journal cards to use as mini covers. You had mini scallop, I think is when I first started doing the scallop tags, and then papers and bits and pieces, journal cards and stuff like that to use on the inside. And we went through a 3 or 4 part video series where I showed you the kits and how you could use them. So we made like this one was a mini journal. I did greeting cards. I did all kinds of lovely things. And so when we were working on the Touch of Romance, I had created the Scalloped Window Pockets. And while I was showing off that reveal, an idea popped in my head on what to turn these into, another way to use them. So today I'm revealing the 3-piece or 3 sets of Scalloped Window Pocket Notebooks. And these are going to be great for birthdays, thinking of you, Mother's Day gifts. I used these guys a lot. I used it for birthdays and Mother's Day all last year. I made one for each one. Everyone I was thinking of as I was making the kits, I was thinking of me, I was thinking of my girlfriends, I was thinking of my mom, and I had a color set for each person. So I was really stoked about that. So this year we're doing sort of the same thing. We're going to do a green and purple, a pink rose with a cream background and the lace, and a blue forget-me-not version. So there are 3 new kits out. They're mini. They're 4 pages. They're a quick little project, and we're going to go through them today. And then, to go with it, I also created 2 single sheets of stamps, tickets, and coins, just to go with all the different kits. I did butterflies, and I took all my butterflies that I've created, and the 2 different style stamps, 3 now with the squares, style stamps that I do in my embellishments, the coins that are just in every one of my kits, and the tickets I started laying out. So I went ahead and made a sheet of all the different ones. We've got autumn, we've got jeweled colors, we've got very springy with the wisteria butterflies and the pink rose butterflies. We have the fall leaves. Just a nice little set of 26 pieces to add to your ephemera. 1 sheet, cut them out, something fun when you like butterflies for spring. And then I did an embellishment sheet of the same setup, but we did all the ladies, all the vintage ladies that I've been collecting and have used in my kits. So we have the Milner set of ladies. We have Jane Austen. We have some really pretty spring ladies I used back in my Bunny Spring kit. What else did I pull out? Up closes of the gowns, far away, groups of 3s. The 4 ladies, just elements in general to create you a vintage lady set of embellishments. Something fun to add to the kits you already have. Things I may or may not have done in those kits. Different ways to look at it and see them. But these are just cute little 1-page things I can do with my words, my labels, and everything else. So these are out also for sale. So it's a vintage ladies embellishments of coins, stamps, and tickets. And then the butterfly embellishments of, stamps, coins, and tickets. I think I wrote tickets, coins, and stamps was how I labeled it, but butterflies and vintage ladies. So those were a quick fun extra that I'll start adding to the kit like I do with the labels and the colors. And I'll probably do, as we get to another kit or 2, I'll probably do another set of 6 colored labels again. I thought I got pretty much everything covered, but I noticed I'm definitely picking up certain blues, certain pinks. We got the purple going again. And we'll see how the end of the month my next botanical kit turns out. Or just floral spring botanical kit. What colors we pick up there. And if I pick up some new colors, then I may do some new bordered labels. I know I did a 3-sheet label set before, which had each half had a different color. And so we may do another set of those. So things like that we're going to keep adding to the store so you have fun new things to play with. But let's get down to brass taxes here, and we are going to go through the 3 kits. I think what I'll probably do, I'll flip through each one of them because each one has a little bit different because the general gist of each one. Each page has something different in the sense of their ephemera to stuff this with is a little different. But the basic pieces, the front piece, the pocket piece in the back, or I should say the cover to the back, are all the same. So let's just start with this one. I really enjoyed it more for me than anything else. Now, if you watched last week, you watched my Thursday video, you saw me take the pink Touch of Romance kit and collage across the front, stuff it with pretty things, and came out with a great piece, a great pocket to put on my 2-page spread. If not, go ahead and check it out. I will definitely link it back to that so you can see another way to use this. But I will play with each one of these kits this Thursday, in 2 days, and we will talk about all the different ways you can use it. So I'll try to keep it pretty basic today about just showing you what the kits look like and their naming conventions, which of course will be down in the bottom description. Each one of these kits will be laid out from my Etsy shop with a direct link, so you can go straight to it, check it out, and purchase it if you like. If not, move on to the next thing, and there's always a link for my whole Etsy shop too, so that you can take a look at all of my items. I think we're up to like 110 items at this point, but most of them are digital, which is great. They come and go constantly, and I don't have to worry about refreshing them because they're there for you all the time. So the goal for this one is a gorgeous scalloped backing with a pocket on the front. Now the pocket in front can be cut out, and you can make it a window pocket and put your favorite plastic, your favorite clear, not clear vellum, but like a somewhat transparent vellum, or it's not super white. You can put a colored vellum here. You can put just about anything behind this border and make it a little bit more pocketed. You could put clear in here, and you could make 2 layers, and you could put things in it to make it a shaker pocket. The options are endless, and we'll talk more about that on Thursday. But the goal is to either put this up here and take the pieces and collage across it and make it really pretty and stuff it, or cut this square out, put something behind it, and make it a see-through pocket where you can see all the pretty things. And I will show you my example when we're done here, what I sort of did with my first mock-up, which my mock-up is a little different than yours, but because I ended up changing a lot of the graphics so they made more of an impact for you guys. You have a nice dark purple and green to go on top of a really pale background, so that pocket sticks out. And everything behind it that, you stuff in behind the pocket will stick out and won't just sort of blend into the background, which is what I noticed with my mock-up. Okay. Then, now, as it suggests here, make sure you print page 4 on the back of this one. So when you flip it over, and we're going to, you cut it out, you have some color on the back of your scallop backing. Because when you turn the back side into a notebook, you are looking at white. You don't feel like you have to distress it. Now, of course, you don't want the color. You're more than welcome to leave it white. Distress the edge of your the back side of your scallop backing, and do as you see fit, right? But I give you a background page to use in a couple spots if you want. Give you a nice pop of purple, because when you're all done cutting this out, a lot of the dark stuff won't be there, but these pieces are going to be great to use for scraps, which we will see on Thursday. I'm really excited to play with these with you guys. So you have page 1, which is your backing, and your pocket window if you want it to be, the backing to go with it. We have then our instantly backed notebook cover. I was trying to figure out how to give you guys something to put on the back, and I went, duh, use it just like I do with my instantly backed journal cards, and I gave you the backing. So when you print this, which will make it nice and hardy too, especially if it's on cardstock, print it, cut it out, fold it in half, glue it together, and now you have, which matches the, you could change it too, but it matches the same width and length, or close to the same width and length of the pocket, and you're putting it on the back side. So when you flip it over, you're going to hinge up your notebook, and here's your notebook cover, and it's already pretty and decorated. You can then layer on the back of it for the inside. You can make this the inside, layer the outside. We have lots we can do with it. Now in this case, you don't have to back this one because these are cute fussy cuts with a little bit of a journal card. And this is going to be, as I said, folded and glued, so you don't have to worry about running every page through your printer twice. I did it pretty easily. I asked for 1 and 4 to be printed together, printed 2 by itself, and printed page 3 and 4 together, and I got everything I needed. So when we work on this, we'll go through the instructions, of course, but this is the biggest thing, is trimming it, folding it, gluing it together, and you have the cover to your notebook on the back side of this pretty little kit. Then you do have 2 fussy cuts, and you have a small little journal card. Which with this one, you just trust the back side of it, and you have a journal card ready to go. Then you have your third page, which is all the fun things that you're going to stuff this with, or decorate with, or whatever you want. But it gives you a starting point for this kit. So we have flowers that I went ahead and fussy cut the best I could when I did it personally, stuffed them into my pocket. We have journal cards, which I definitely made adjustments. When I first did mine, I realized that this one was a lot smaller, and I thought it needs to be a little bit bigger so it doesn't get lost in the pocket. And then I gave you an itty bitty one to where you could use that with, say, like the hummingbird, which I put the hummingbird on the front of mine. And I think having like a little card like this tucked behind him on the corner of your pocket would be really cute. And then I have this, which is great. These are great size journal cards and strips to where you still have room to decorate on the front if you want, or you simply just use it for the back side to journal on. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6-ish journal cards. You get 3 flowers and then 2 just like item fussy cuts in this kit. Now I'm going to show you what I did with this. The rest of it makes sense to you. So I went ahead and made my stuff. Now I don't have anything in here right now to make my window because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this one, if this was just going to be my mock-up. And I only have so much plastic and vellum, so I didn't want to use it quite yet. If I say I love this, I'm going to slip a plastic piece in here and I'm going to make it more of a window. But I glued my hummingbird to the front. Right now I just have my flowers tucked in. And it's sort of cute. I actually sort of like this one white flower tucked in to where the green flower sort of lays over the edge. But I just tucked everything in here. I have my cards. I went ahead and rounded the corners, distressed the back. Now, okay, I did print the purple for me, which is a little light on the back of mine. I have all the cards in here. But my border was sort of pale. And it's not bad. It definitely makes all the items in it stand out. But you almost can't tell why I have a border around it because I don't have that plastic or vellum or something over here to make it look like a pocket. So I think with him and the little cards maybe tucked behind him with the window and then everything tucked behind it, I think this would just be the cutest thing. But it's up to you. Like I said, if you go back and watch last week's Journal with Me, you'll see that I didn't cut out the white box and I took all my smaller journal card my embellishment pieces, and I just collaged along the front and then tucked stuff behind it, and I made it a really cute pocket too. So the goal is then to flip it over. Now that you have all your stuffed goodies, you have your purple background. You can see the purple on the back of your cards. And here's your cover. This was what I just simply folded, glued, and put over. Now as you see, again, it is sort of pale. This is definitely a pale kit, and I want a little bit more brightness to it. So I gave you a brighter border and a brighter cover. Went ahead and popped it and was, nope, I want the brighter cover. And all you have to do is use the leftover, because you're going to have this whole informational piece up here that you can cut and create your hinges. I even went far enough ahead and made a tab like insert here. So we may decorate this up. And all the pages I'm going to put inside it are going to come just to the front of it. So use your favorite coffee dyed paper, lined paper, whatever you want to use. And just make sure you probably cut it to just fit just inside that tab, so that when you do cover it, the tab sort of drops in, or the cover drops into the tab and should keep all your papers inside. So that's the general idea, is this gorgeous scalloped windowed pocket, fully stuffed, and then a notebook on the back. So when you have your papers in here, whoever opens it up can stay here and write long notes, like horizontally long, or they can turn on their side and write little to-do notes, little journal moments as a side piece. And then with that, I had another idea for this, and you'll have to wait till Thursday though to see what other ways I think we can use this, both as freestanding and as something that, another idea. I came up with a third idea to take this kit to insert it into a journal. because I know on its own it is too wide. It's almost 7 inches wide. You can't put it in a standard journal this way. You have to turn it on its side. And so I have an idea for that. So you'll have to come back on Thursday to see what my idea is. If you don't already have one, you're all very smart ladies, super creative. I could see you guys finding, 12 ways to Sunday to use this kit and its pieces. There's the limit, it's very, it's not limitless, but it's not limited either. I think as we use the pieces, we can come up with wonderful ways to use this. So the general gist is, of course, this is a Lavender Botanical kit. We have the Touch of Romance Pink kit, which this one, I darkened this one from the original kit. So if you bought the Touch of Romance, this is really pale on purpose. This one was supposed to be darker, sort of hard to tell. I made sure they matched up this time around with a pink background, a little darker, so it wasn't so pale. Then you have your instantly backed notebook cover. You can decide which one you like, whether you keep with the roses or whether you do the other pattern paper. Then we have florals, the lady to tuck in, another tall ephemera piece, sort of like a journal card, but really it's more just a tuck in that I love using. Then I went ahead and used, kept you guys with it. If you watched the other one but didn't want to buy the whole Touch of Romance kit, you get things like the books, the carriage, more flowers, big ones to tuck in. These guys were great to collage on the front, so these will be great to also overlay in sort of the same sense as if you did with the hummingbird. You could overlay the flowers in the front of the window, and then the journal card pieces to put inside. So I loved all the different sizes, the tall, the wide ways to use it. And I did back those with pink, even though, because we have so many journal cards and larger pieces, even this one is almost squarish. You could write on the back of it. And even the carriage for that matter. I mean, the way I cut it out, I don't make it too detailed. So I could even put a little fun little, bullet journal moment, even on the back of the carriage if I really wanted to. And at least if anything else, if they do flip these over, they are pretty pink on the back. So that is the Touch of Romance Pink Scalloped Window Pocket Notebook kit. And then we have the Forget Me Not blue one. So again, I did take the blue from the Touch of Romance, which I really loved and didn't quite get enough blue in that kit. I think when it came to my ephemera, I got really hooked into the roses, and I was like, let's give it another option. Maybe you really like this and you want to add it to your Touch of Romance kit. You now have these options. Maybe some of the pieces, some of the ephemera is half from the kit and half from other pieces, so you get another option. So this one is great for the background, and then I made sure more of the lace and the cream distress has showed up in your border. Again, you have a nice blue in the back. It's a little bit brighter in a way than this. Like some colors pull nicely, others lend more to the darker aspects. But when you cut this out where you do, you don't see a lot of the dark stuff. You get to save that, like this little corner. This corner all up here is a nice strip that you get to use elsewhere when you need those hinges, those tab areas. We're going to utilize those pages, especially if they're glued down. You're never going to see the instructions when you're done. Then there's this, again, you have your lace with the darker color, and then the background that was that really pale flowers all the way across is the back side or inside of your notebook cover. And then we get into our fussy cuts. So we have the Forget Me Not half wreath. We have one of our girls from Jane Austen. We have a pretty blue book. This is the floral Forget Me Not book cover. I don't know. I just thought it was something pretty in blue and a really great way, because we had the stack of books in the other one. I figured a book cover as a little journal card would be great for this one. And the contrast, we have all this pale light stuff, so a little darker blue here, like we went with the darker reddish color books here, pulls from some of the other colors and other hues of the kit. And then we go here. So we go from dark to bright. And I love this guy. He was used in other journals, kits that I put together. So we have him instead of a carriage, or he's in place of the carriage on this one. And what did I use for the other one? Oh, the other one was one of my florals. So instead of more of the same floral, we got the birdie to add to the kit. So something that's a little more rounded, a little more abstract. So everything wasn't perfect squares. And so, but we do have 3 more florals to go with the little guy. We have more, a large. This is definitely a larger journal card to stuff in here. Whoops, not that one. In here. to where it's as tall as this one. But if you put it in the back and then you tack everything, in front of it, you get this great pop of blue up here. And you may decide that it's worth adding, using as even a mini notebook inside of this. You could use it as another layer. So we'll get crafty with that too and see what other ways we can use it. And it almost looks like you could almost bend it down the middle and make it a mini book and tuck it into this too. So maybe we'll fold this in half and actually tuck it in as a mini book into the pocket. Which I'm loving that idea now that I'm thinking about it. Woo! But I did some birds, the bird eggs, robin eggs. We have journal cards, and this is the floral. So hopefully each one is just a little different enough that they fit their color or fit the theme of the person you're giving it to. Where you have the lovely ladies, you have some kind of rounded object, you have your florals, you have your journal cards, both skinny, wide, tall, and you can make just a cute little thinking of you gift for your friends and family. Well, not family, but your friends and your girlfriends and your moms, your grandmothers. Like I said, this is going to be a great option. I think a great option for birthdays. I think a great cute option for Mother's Day instead of the standard greeting card. Make the pocket stuffed, flip it over, make the cover just an opening to a greeting card. Make your own little note. Doesn't even have to have a bunch of papers in it. You don't have to make it a full notebook. Maybe just put one piece in here that has your favorite memory on it and thinking of you and Happy Mother's Day. Make your own greeting and put it on there and just tuck it in so they have a cute little, cute little card that's stuffed with all these pretties. Now, if they're into journaling and into paper decorating, then they may want to take all these goodies out. And that's okay too. But at least it gives them that pocket full of ephemera to keep in here and put it on their desk or to take it out and use it in their favorite journal. Whatever you feel they're going to do. Of course, if it's just a lovely greeting card to someone you're thinking of, then they're going to keep it all tucked in. You may keep it glued down. We don't know. But here's the potential in the mock-up. We're going to play with it more this week. I definitely want to, mock these up where I can really work into it and see what other things come about it. And I have some wonderful ideas, so hopefully you will join me again this Thursday as we play with these Scalloped Window Pocket Notebooks. These gorgeous little kits that are in my Etsy shop. Again, the descriptions are all down below. If you click on the little upside down triangle or the word show more in my writing, all the links for these guys and the stamp ephemera pages will all be down below. So make sure you take a look. Thank you so much for joining me today as you continue to like, love, comment, subscribe, notifications. You don't want to be missing out. I'm constantly trying to keep that 1 to 2 videos a week going on and trying to keep things going, right? If I have a creative moment, I want to share it with you guys. If I just want to share the idea so you have new ways to use it, we're going to keep sharing. And of course, revealing the digital kits as they come out. Even if it's the smallest thing, I want you to know what's going on. I want you guys to know what's up, what's in this shop. Maybe it's something new. Maybe it's something you've been looking for. Of course, I'm always welcome. I always welcome ideas. And if I'm able to accomplish it, I so will. And if these don't quite fit your fancies, but you want something more on the mini journal side, my mini file folder kits are still available in the standalone ephemera kits is the catalog or the category, and all 5 of these are still sitting in there. So you'll have 5 plus these 3. There'll be 8 of them in that section for you to choose from, and hopefully it will help you with your birthday, spring, Mother's Day, thinking of you projects as they are coming up. I know we're all getting into the spring of it all since we are, today it's officially happy St. Patrick's Day. I just realized that. Duh, today's the 17th. And look, I am actually wearing green. Woohoo! The fingers aren't, but the sweater is. Woohoo! I won't get pinched by my children because, they like that old game. Mom, you're not wearing green. And they're 10 and 15, but, they'll still pinch me. So I'm like, hee. Just wait till you take that shirt off. No, I wouldn't actually. Well, yeah, I would. I probably would pinch them. But anyway. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Spring is around the corner. I hope that the daylight savings is not throwing you off too badly, that you've adjusted this week and we're getting by, and you'll continue to watch my Journal with Me's this Thursday and next Thursday as we play with this kit and finish up the 2-page spread pocket that I have all ready to go. We'll have it all ready to go for my birthday week. And there's some fun things coming up for that too. So keep your ears open for, there'll be a special gift for all of you as we get to the end of the month. As we celebrate my birthday I will send off a special gift to all of you. So thank you for joining, watching, liking, commenting, loving, subscribing, the whole shebang. It really means the world to me when you do. I know you're watching, you're listening, and that I'm reaching some need that you have, and hopefully inspiring you to continue to just pick up the smallest thing and make something, create something that makes you happy. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to check all the links down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.